Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a new message of ascension. This is Bobby Richardson. I am your guide for today. So new energies coming in at the moment, many people going through huge experiences. Like we all know, the world's in a bit of a chaos. It is a reflection of the shifts that are happening within all of us that we asked for quite a few decades ago, and slowly but surely reality is shifting to the point where now it is so in front of us that we have to look at ourselves and see where our inner journey has gone wrong in reflection to our outer journey. Just like to say that the artwork as my backdrop is actually my artwork. I've done a lot of new earth kind of feelings, and I want to get that vibration of new earth. So I try to pour it through my artwork. This is obviously Photoshop. Did this very many years ago when I first started dabbling in Photoshop, but I'll move. So that's the artwork. Yeah. Just to give you a feeling or a new vibration of where we're going to. This was an image that I was in my heart. It was like a benevolent being that had landed here on Earth, and they wanted to experience what it was like on Earth now that Earth could carry their frequencies. And so their spaceship turned into their home. The bubble behind it is a sacred place that they go to experience their own reality. So that was something that I wanted to give to you. And I'm probably going to put, each time I do another ascension message, put another backdrop that's my own artwork in the back, because I have many artworks that I've done over the years. So yeah, a bit about that. These messages I'm going to be reading out to you are more to do with the soul and the growth. Also, where do new souls come from? Someone asked this question and I just channeled through the answer. Also, a really powerful message about spirit and spirit, what it actually is. So let's get into this. This was channeled today, 23rd of August, 2021. As we slowly become aware of our growth within, we will find the story shifts quicker as people come and go. The tower moments don't seem so awful, but are felt into a release to explore even more of your power and in reflection, the reality your soul truly desires. So if you're finding yourself in a tower moment, take time out for yourself. Use it as an excuse to do as you wish and become even more authentic within yourself. That's a really powerful thing at the moment through this big full moon that's happening. The next thing that I wrote down was, while the question was asked, where do new souls come from? And this was my answer. I actually put this up on Facebook. Souls are a part of our whole oneness energy. When we as one decide to experience life through a different lens or avatar or body, a split will occur from this oneness like a branch from a tree to live through. That reality will bring new information and feelings. When the soul has had enough of this experience, however, it will lead the avatar or the body to dis-ease or an accident, and the branch will die or break off and then eventually return to the tree as substance. So this is how everything works, because this is what oneness is. It's this perpetuating growth of a tree, and then evolving into something beautiful, and then letting go, and then as a reflection doing exactly the same the opposite way, it ends up being this huge donut shape. And that's kind of what a tree is. It has the roots that are down the bottom, and it has the tree that's feeding itself as it goes. So that's what a soul's journey is, and how many souls, new souls, are split from it. It actually comes from a branch that's expanded so much it wants to experience even more, and it splits off a new part of itself to expand even more. So if you come from the main source of the trunk of the tree, if you come from oneness, and you can feel into that oneness, you can feel all these different energies, all these different realities. If you come from just a simple break from one little branch, they're telling me that you'll just have that other life experience is what you can remember. It's really interesting what they're kind of giving me, the explanation just even now as I'm feeling into it, and the different levels of perspectives that we can have as humans. The more that we grow and expand, the more that we become in contact with the bigger branches and the bigger energies and and then to the point where we just become one. We recognize the actual tree trunk, the actual source energy of all souls. And we can then always go back to that through the stillness of the mind, because the mind is just the program of this reality that we're living in. We go through that into the trunk or the source energy, and we can, through that stillness, then decide to create something new. Even though we're living in this body and this avatar, we can kind of shift the branch into going, well, the energy is better this way. It's kind of like if a tree had a branch and it wasn't producing any leaves or any seedlings or any new buds, and then it just shifted slightly to the right or to the left, it could find the light, and then the light would gift it that new energy and so forth. And it's just we can do that from our own perspectives as humans, shift our own reality from this avatar, from this body that we're in, just by feeling into that oneness, from stilling the program that we're running from, and then realigning ourselves with a new vibration, which is what that last message was that I did just a few days ago. If you go back into my channel, and you'll see the message that I did just a few days ago, how we can do that. I won't go into it again because I just actually explained how we can actually do that. Okay. And then on the 22nd of August, I also was gifted this beautiful piece of information. Spirit isn't something we seek. Spirit surrounds us all the time. It is a part of all that we are, that we see and experience. It is the very essence of our reality. But humanity has created an illusion of being separated from spirit, as though the only thing that exists is matter. But matter is the materialization of your spiritual essence. It is the reflection of your energy you align with, and can be altered at any moment through the knowing that you are the creator and have the power to shift and align your frequency within to match up with your deepest desires and passions. One then has to be totally honest with self in all aspects, in those things that one feels of, that they're ashamed of, that they feel guilty of, or they're in fear of, as well as the strengths that they have and the persistence that they have, the care and the love for all. When this acceptance is reached, that reality is an experience of emotions driving the story. Once this happens, everything becomes clear and is easier to shift. As your experience here as a human has gifted you the ability to see all sides of yourself, spirit and matter, to show you many perspectives, and to ask self, which frequency will I move into and live as? If your life isn't going the way you like, imagine what it would be like if it was, and see through that which is holding you back, as well as the strengths you possess in the now to shift it all. For you are as magnificent as the feelings you carry about yourself. We are the creators. Namaskar. So Namaskar was actually gifted to me a long time ago. I think it was like 2006 or something. I've got it written down somewhere. I was doing my first piece of channeling, didn't even realize what I was doing, is writing a poem, and it was all about fear. And as I was writing it, at the end, this word came up that I just wrote up, Namaska, Namaskar. Didn't know if it was a word, didn't know if it existed. Never heard of the word namaste either. Never even heard of that. My spiritual journey, even though I have been gifted the ability to see into other frequencies and people visit me and all that sort of other beings visit me, I never really fully understood what other people were following in the spiritual sense. So namaste, I've never heard of that. I never heard of meditation. And, there's things that I hadn't actually touched on. I was just getting all my information from these guides and beings visiting me, kind of living in my own world, living on this reality and the next. So when I wrote down this, I just left. It was a good year later that I went, you know what, I think I'm going to look this up. And I looked it up, and I did find the word namaste then. But then I found that namaskar was even further back than namaste. It was, and it meant greetings, I recognize we are all one. So interesting now that I do oneness channeled messages, and maybe that message was specifically from that same energy of oneness. I love that. So that's all there is for today, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.